So that calls for a massive house tidy and clean. This time of year, things get really messy and chaotic because it's just busy, there's a lot going on, and I love it. I got this Super Goop glow screen in the shade Golden Hour. Helpful as ever. You don't have to be any sort of way during the holidays. The holidays do not have to be this big thing. They can just be normal. Hello friends, and happy Vlogmas Day 3! Hi, how are you? I really want to give you a very big hug for joining me for day 3. Anyways, happy day 3 of Vlogmas. Thank you so much for being here. If you have not already, you know the drill. Go ahead and pause, please, really truly pause, and go make yourself a heartwarming cup of tea. Grab your coziest of comfy blankets or sweaters. We are going to spend another day together. As I mentioned at the end of last night's video, my mom is coming into town tonight. So that calls for a massive house tidy and clean. I love having a clean, tidy space. I love decluttering. I love freshening up my house. It's something that brings me so much joy and peace of mind. It's just so satisfying. And this time of year, especially doing Vlogmas, things get really messy and chaotic because it's just busy, there's a lot going on, and of all the priorities, a tidy house just kind of falls to the bottom of the list. So the timing of my mom's visit is really good because this means that I will be tidied and organized from the start. And I know that I'm gonna have to do it more and more throughout this month, but that's just life. Life is like an endless list of chores. It's endlessly emptying the dishwasher, endlessly making your bed, endlessly vacuuming, cleaning, you name it. The trick is how to find satisfaction in doing these things. And for me, at least, it's the reward of the peace of mind of having a clean space. So, it is currently 1:15 p.m. and my mom gets in at 7 p.m., meaning that I'd like to be prepared to leave our house at 6 p.m. just in case there's crazy traffic. So I have T-minus 4 hours, 45 minutes. Oh my gosh, that's not any time at all. Did I do that math correctly? Who cares? Let me believe that it's 4 hours and not 5. Okay, we better get to it. A sponge and some Dawn dish soap. I'm currently organizing my bathroom cupboards. You're set on a shelf right now in the closet behind my mirror. And as I mentioned in my evening routine video, I've gotten so many comments on my skin, and that is hugely in part of actually now paying attention to skincare. And I went over my evening skincare, but I think the big difference is my morning skincare, and the single thing that makes my skin so like smooth looking and shiny is actually sunscreen. I got this Super Goop glow screen in the shade Golden Hour, which is actually really dark looking, especially if you look online at the different color samples, but I'm wearing this right now and I think it gives me such a pretty, like, healthy looking tan glow. It's made all the difference. But before I put this on, first I just splash my face with water, and then I put on this Mix Soon Bean Essence, which is super, super moisturizing and glow giving. So I put this on, then I usually brush my teeth, and then I put this on, and that's all the face makeup that I'm wearing. Then I put on mascara. I do put on some blush. That's that. It's so simple and I think so nice. And because I think some of you will ask, which by the way, I'm flattered. I always find it so flattering when people ask me about my skin or about what lipstick I'm wearing and what clothes I'm wearing. It's really nice. On my lips, I have this Milani. It is in the shade Iconic. It's the number 130 specifically. I got this recently, I don't know, about a month ago, and it is so nice. It goes on so smoothly and stays on even if you eat food, and it doesn't dry out your lips an insane amount. Like most of the time whenever I put on like a matte lip stain, it dries out my lips, but this feels so nice on and my lips aren't dry afterwards. So 10 out of 10 would recommend this. It is also vegan and cruelty free. In case you guys are curious, this is what my bathroom closet looks like. Maybe one day in Vlogmas I will go into more detail about what's on each shelf, specifically what I use on a daily basis, but here it is. Next up, our teeny tiny kitchen. Rue's here to help, always. Hello.
Hey, Rue. It's you.
The kitchen is clean, which feels really nice, and now it's time to tackle the room that my mom will be staying in. I'm going in order of importance, and it's very important that this room is fresh and clean for her, and we've got a bit of work to do. This is my office space. It's where, oh hello, are you excited? Oh. Yeah, this is my office space. It's where all my postcards are stored. Catherine comes about once a week and packages orders. I also have my art supplies and just a hodgepodge of books. This is kind of like the everything room. Hello. And currently, there's a giant mattress on the floor that is actually brand new and has been sat rising the past 2 days. Landon and I were due for a new mattress, and because my mom is coming to visit, I used that as an excuse to go ahead and buy one. So she'll be sleeping on this, and then once she's gone, we'll get rid of our old mattress and use this one. But for the time being, we need to spruce up this room and make this bed.
Rue's worst enemy. That's right.
Oh my gosh, there's so many of these. I tidy the office, I've come across my sticker for this month on Patreon. Every single month I mail out a postcard and sticker, and for the month of December, this sticker is a snowflake. Come on. There you go.
And a beautiful one at that.
Ooh. It's having such a hard time focusing.
There.
But I thought it would be really nice to stick on things throughout the winter time. I really love snowflakes. I think they're like just beautiful and peaceful and like quintessential January. And these stickers will arrive at people's houses in January. So if you'd like one, I'll link my Patreon down below. Cinnamon and clove.
All right, Rue, I'm gonna vacuum in here. Let's go, bud. This way.
Oh, well, that's one way.
A room transformed. Feels so much better in here.
Ah, you stay over there.
Rue's like, what is this?
Okay, now you and I get to test out our mattress.
If I get on there, Rue's for sure getting on there.
No, you can tell him to stay off. Stay. Stay. Oh, it's pretty nice.
It is, that is nice.
Oh, wow.
Wait, I have to focus on it. Do you think it's too soft?
It'll be comfy.
The bed takes up the entire room, but it feels cozy, I think. Snug. Snug is the word. Aww.
For dinner, she will be hungry. What are you thinking?
Our room has been tidied, the sheets have been washed and put on, laundry's drying, I vacuumed, Monsieur Rue is hiding under the bed. My nightstand is stacked with books, of course. I've started but not finished literally all of these books. Naughty, naughty. Also, a little tree update. About 2 days in, a massive section of lights went out, which I guess is the hazard of buying vintage secondhand lights. They're not exactly known for lasting a long time. But I did have a significant amount left over from the top. So I think I can just restring it and fill this gap whenever I find the time. I just put away my holiday clothes, and I have to say, the red section of my wardrobe just got substantially larger. Oh, I love it. One thing's for certain, this house is so clean and it feels so nice. We did not decorate the tree, and my mom's about to land, so I think we'll do that later tonight. We'll see. No promises, but I think we'll do it later tonight, perhaps with my mom. I don't feel like we filmed very much at all today. It's been one of those days that was just entirely swallowed up by deep cleaning, and we had limited time, so I didn't film very much. So I'm gonna take you with me to the airport. Lan, I'm so excited for you to see the renovations.
Ooh, cool. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's really cool. Oh, also, check out the lipstick. I put this on, I don't know, at 10 a.m. and it's now nearly it's 6:30 p.m. I've done no touch-ups. I've eaten several meals, drank a ton of water, And it still looks fresh. It's really good. We made it.
Oh, now we have to do an obligatory lap.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yes. And you can walk backwards. But if you stand near the middle, you have to walk way less. But if you walk toward the outside, you have to walk way more.
Physics.
The airport.
I love airports. I totally feel the Love Actually beginning of the movie Love Actually.
Yeah.
They make me so happy and excited.
Everything glistens and everything's bright. Everyone's happy. Spirits are light. I am sitting here thinking alone with my dreams as I do this time of the year.
Good morning, friends. In a plot twist, it is now December 1st. We never did find time to decorate the tree, and my mom came. We had a really lovely visit, and Landon left just before Thanksgiving to go spend time with his family in Virginia. And my mom left last night, and now I'm sat with that dark emptiness of being home alone after having a loved one come visit. And it's extra empty feeling because Landon's not here. I do have Monsieur Roux, of course, which is significant to say the least. But, oof, anyone who lives far away from home will probably understand this feeling. And it makes me think about all the people who have to spend the holidays alone, and I just want to send you love and a big hug. And I know those words and sentiments do very little to ease the loneliness, but yeah, there really is nothing to say, but just know that better times are ahead. If you look back at your life, you will see so clearly the highs and lows, and if this is a low, the only way out is up. You will get through it. It will be okay. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit low, but I'm not going to let it take over me today. I'm determined to be okay. So I thought that I would finally decorate this Christmas tree. It's sat beautifully lit up but undecorated for a week now, and it is time. And I've never decorated a Christmas tree by myself. And this is the thing about the holidays. They are whatever we make them. So we can make things a very big deal, or we can make them normal. I could be sad and lonely about the fact that I'm decorating this tree by myself, or I could just roll with it and decorate it by myself and enjoy it. Enjoy this treat that I'm giving myself, which is taking the time to decorate this lovely tree. You don't have to be any sort of way during the holidays. The holidays do not have to be this big thing. They can just be normal. helpful as ever. And very attractive. Santa hats aren't very flattering, are they? This one's way too big for me. Okay, most of the ornaments are on the tree, and I'm doing something I've never done before. I have some leftover ribbon from my puzzles, so I'm going to tie little bows on the tree, and it'll be like my Vlogmas thumbnails with the red bow. I'm very into bows this year. Who isn't? I think that'll look really nice. Okay, the tree is very nearly finished. The only thing left to do is to put the star on the top. And I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Oh, okay. I have a dining room table chair. I can just use one of these chairs to stand on. There it is. Oh, it's perfect. Here we have the finished tree. You can't really see the details on camera. I have a few bare spots, but that's because I want to continuously decorate it through the month of December. Well, that was actually extremely enjoyable, which shouldn't be a surprise, but I really, really enjoyed that. And our tree isn't exactly aesthetic. It doesn't follow any particular theme. I'd say if there were a theme, it would be sentimental. All of our ornaments are gifts from family or friends, or to each other. Rue's just cleaning the dishes in the kitchen. I just love revisiting all the memories of different ornaments that we've been given over the years. Yeah, it's made me feel a lot less lonely, that's for sure. I wanted to read you guys the excerpt from the Christmas is Coming book. So there's actually a little bit on the origin of ornaments, and I thought it was really, really interesting. I'm sure that ornaments came about in many different places around the world at around the same time, but this particular story is really cool. Glossy glass wonders, a Christmas tree decked with apples, nuts, and candies. That was a beautiful thing. You just had to reach out a hand and a treat fell into your mouth. How did those edible decorations come to be replaced by ornaments? Here's the story. Since time immemorial, the German town of Lauscha has been famous for products made of glass. Window panes, medicine bottles, richly decorated goblets, and jewelry are all made here. But in the mid-19th century, the local glassworks was not doing as well as in the past, and its workers were sinking into poverty. Then along came the Christmas holiday, and the children wanted to decorate their Christmas trees with apples and walnuts, according to the custom of the times, but many parents couldn't afford these ornaments. And that was when, to avoid disappointing his own children, a humble glassworks employee named Hans Grenier used a red-hot glass tube to blow fruits made of glass. The joy was endless. Hans' unique Christmas tree decorations were so admired by his neighbors that they began to make similar ones of their own. Soon, the owner of the glassworks became interested in them. The production took off at a high speed. You could say Hans' ornaments saved the glassworks from bankruptcy. The ornaments only really became famous about 15 years later. One day, at a store owned by an American businessman, Frank W. Woolworth, in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, a traveling salesman appeared, offering to sell some of the ornaments from Lauscha. Woolworth didn't like the decorations, so he only bought a few, and did so with great reluctance, just for the sake of peace and quiet. But when his compatriots turned out to be thrilled with them, he started to import the ornaments from Germany in large numbers, as many as 200,000 each year. I just found that story fascinating, and it gave me something new to think about as I decorated my tree, and also just thank goodness for people who turn impossibly hard times into magic through creativity. What you do matters. Even the smallest little thing matters. So if you feel called to make, write, say, or do something, do it. Okay, I'll get off my high horse now. When I'm lonely, I'm particularly sentimental and soapboxy. So yeah, this is it for me. Here's a message from one of you.
Hi Morgan, it's Helen from California, and yes, you can absolutely use this message in a video. Something I learned this year is that you should never wait for someone else to tell you that it's okay to be yourself before you give yourself permission to. I was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder this year, and although it was incredibly relieving, it also made me realize that I never needed a diagnosis or a label to be able to accept myself for who I am. And I think that this is a message I would have wanted to hear myself growing up. For anyone out there who feels insecure about anything they struggle with, I want to send a big warm hug. I think it's really beautiful that we can choose to start accepting ourselves without anybody else's permission. I know that that's much easier said than done, but tiny steps and self-hugs can go a really long way. Happy holidays.